Hey guys, one of the questions that I get in all the time is why don't I answer emails straight away? And to me, this is quite an obvious answer. Basically, if you email michael@sellyourservice.co.uk, I'll get back to you at some point, most of the time. But I won't get back immediately, but you will get an autoresponder from me saying, hey, I don't check my emails all the time. I don't have my emails open. I don't have them open every day. I'll get back to you at some point, and I give a rough time frame. So the reason that I don't answer emails immediately, and a lot of people see this as like almost dangerous, bordering on like reckless. My time is my time, and what I have found is that if I continue to answer emails immediately, first of all, it basically took away from my ability to do my work. We've got priorities at Sell Your Service, you know, and Elena and our developers and our designers, they need stuff from me. So I have to set aside time to make sure that I absolutely categorically will get that work done. Predominantly it's writing content. We did the Mike Michalowicz clockwork exercise for the Queen Bee role, and my number one thing is create content. I have to be left alone to create content. The reason that I don't get around to answering emails immediately is because a lot of people, I get a fuck ton of emails. Everyone gets a lot of emails, but I get a lot of emails. And if I spent time answering each and every one just throughout the day, I'd never get any work done. I also think it's really important to set boundaries to say, you are absolutely important. I'll get round to working with you. I'll get round to having a conversation with you, but it might not happen immediately because there's other priorities. And just because you've answered me or emailed me now doesn't mean necessarily that I'm going to have the time or the inclination to be able to email you right back. Also, what I have found is that if I give people a day, and I found this a lot, people would email me to say, typically I get it like with products quite a lot. People say, oh, I can't get my login information, or I can't find this, or I can't get access to this. Or people will say, oh, this like email sequence isn't working, or this automation isn't working. And if I leave it and if I say, look, I'm not going to be able to get around to this right away, I will get back to you at some point. Usually within a day, I would say 75% of problems fix themselves. I would say that roughly 3 out of 4 times people email me back later and I check my emails and they say, oh, actually I looked into that because you said you wouldn't be able to get around to it straight away. I checked it and turns out it does work, or I just reset my password. So I do have a few FAQs in that email autoresponder saying like, if you're having trouble accessing, just try resetting your password or head over here. So yeah, the reason why I don't answer things immediately is because actually, if you say to people, I've noticed I can't get around to this right away, typically people actually tend to say, oh, I've fixed it myself. And I'm like, well, maybe you didn't need to email me in the first place then. I talk about this a little bit in another email, another video that I talk about, that I have, where I talk about productivity, you know, how I plan out my days, how I'm quite ruthless and rigorous with all of my timings. So you might want to go ahead and check that out to see how I book my days. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Cheers, guys.